What's up everybody, welcome back to the vlog. We have the Z right here. As you can see, we're getting it ready to put on the lift. I actually just had to take off the side skirts right now, and we had a problem because as you can see, that door's actually open now. So when getting it onto the lift, I had to take the side skirts off and kind of realized I couldn't get the side skirts off without opening the door to get it on the lift. It made it kind of difficult, but Jason was able to figure out how to get the door open. I need a new door handle, so I'm probably gonna see if any of the junkyards have them, or maybe just order some off of eBay. But today we are doing the axles on my Z. I just got them, they're in the trunk right now, so I'm probably gonna do that in a minute. But we have the door panel taken off for the car right now. So he was able to get the door panel off and really see exactly what broke. It's where the wire goes on the handle. It actually snapped off because it's plastic. But I kind of want to do some door cards instead of like the OEM door panels. So let me know down in the comments below if you think door cards would look cool, maybe with like a suede wrap on them or something. I don't know, we'll see. Fresh axles, so these are import direct, I believe. They're just the generic ones from AutoZone, but they're brand new axles and they have lifetime warranties. So they're not the strongest. Jason's definitely broke a few pairs, but lifetime warranty, never have to pay for axles again. Pretty down for that. All right, we got the car up on the lift now. Everything's all good to go. Jason right here drinking his coffee, and we have the wheels off the car. So everything's good now. All we have to do is, we need to take off this nut. So we also need to pull out that little cotter pin thing. And then we have the bolts on the back of the axle right here. Should be able to slide everything out and we should be good to go. This honestly should only be about a 30-minute to an hour process. Nothing too bad, but I'm gonna do a step-by-step, kind of show everything that we use, the tools that we use, and how we do everything.
Kind of hard to get out, but you can
there you
see.
Go. Got the little cotter pin out, and he just used some needle nose pliers. So this is the easiest tool because you wanna make sure you can get a good grip on it. You can't really pull it out with your hand.
You wanna have a good grip on it.
Just a good grip, yeah. Like a nice, just a
tight
good,
grip on it.
Good old grip. Okay, so now I have my 1/2" impact with a 32 mil socket. If you have settings, you definitely want it on the highest setting. Just go up here.
Dude, that came off way too easy. I've had times where like, I had a breaker bar on it, standing on it, and I couldn't break it loose.
I'm honestly really stoked that came off really good and you guys got to see it. So like one of those moments where it's just like keep the camera rolling and it worked out.
2 hours later.
It's moving.
What did I tell you guys? They get seized up, they don't want to come off. It is a sometimes. You are lucky that first one came off so easy.
This one, it's at least moving though, so I'm stoked on that. I can kind of see this axle, it's a little bit rusted, so I think that's why it's taking, it's a little more work to get off, but I'm gonna set the camera down now. Gonna kind of show you guys mostly just one side, because why repeat everything, but when we get to the next step of actually trying to pull the axle out and everything, I'll make sure to show you guys that. So when you get the axles from Import Direct, it has this little flange on it right here. Jason just took one off of this one. I guess from what he was saying on previous experience from when he did these axles, you can't put the axle in with that flange or it's kind of difficult, it'll get stuck. So we're just gonna go ahead, tap it off. He's already done this on his axles and it works perfectly fine. But you just get a little flathead screwdriver, a hammer, couple taps, comes right off, and then you're good to go. Process is going real quick. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is actually really fast. And you probably can't tell because like I'm gonna edit it, but it's actually going really fast. Okay, now that we have this axle nut off right here, all we have to do is take these, I believe it's 6 bolts off of the flange right here, and then you kind of have enough play to move the axle around. It should just slide right out, right?
It's super easy. Once you take these bolts out, this will drop down and then it slides out of the spline.
And then just the new axle and it's good to go.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that this fixes some of the clunking in the back. I know I have a welded diff and like no drift car is ever gonna sound perfect, but I think this might help just a little bit.
Dude, I have brand new axles in my car and mine still clunks. I think mine specifically, it's because I have a little bit of play in the gears on my diff.
Yeah.
But there's really nothing I can do about it unless I buy a new one, which I'm not gonna do.
Yeah, it's just what it comes down to, and a drift car is never gonna be perfect. You can try as hard as you want. I mean, the main goal at the end of the day is to have it drift perfect, not drive in a straight line or drive on the freeway perfect. So that's just kind of something you have to deal with. But we're gonna pull these axles out really quick and then drop it down and go for a little test drive, and hopefully it works good. All right, so we have the 14 wrench and then a 1/2 inch impact with a swivel and a 14 socket. It's easier to use the impact because if you don't, you have to pull the e-brake up and then you have to do each bolt, kind of undo the e-brake, spin the wheel. It's a longer process, especially on a lift. It's kind of annoying going up and down. So that's why the impact definitely saves way more time than the traditional route of like a ratchet and a wrench. There we go. We had to hit the front of the axle with a hammer. This piece right here where the nut goes on, it's totally fine to do. Sometimes you have to do it. Obviously these axles haven't been changed in a while, so there's a little bit of rust and it kind of makes everything stick just a little bit more. But that was really easy to get this axle off. I honestly thought it was gonna be harder. And now we're working on getting this brand new one in. Oh, there we go. So as you guys saw how easy the other axle fell out, it's gonna slide in the exact same. So I like to start with the long piece first, obviously. There we go.
Gotta wiggle it around a little bit.
There you go. Just because there's some splines, so that's why you might have to wiggle a little bit, but slid right in, pull it up, go back a little bit, just like that. Axle's in, add the 6 bolts, and it's good to go. I'm really stoked. That was dope. I don't know if you guys remember, some of the older subs might remember, when we did this on the FC, it was a struggle, and Jason specifically was blown away by how hard it was. This is insanely easy, so I'm really stoked on that. All right, so we got these back 6 nut and bolts tightened down. The axle's in and we're good to go. The last step obviously is putting the axle nut on. The axle nuts that came with the new axles right here are actually a different size, and I don't have this size. I think it's a 34 probably, and this is a 32. These nuts work perfectly fine. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with them. They're just a little bit stiff because of some rust. So Jason and I were saying we need to put some grease on them. Don't have any grease. What better way to get grease than from your messed up axle? So I'm just gonna stick my finger in here, grab a little bit of grease out of this thing, put it on some of the threads right here. Maybe just a little bit more to be safe. Don't want it to be too greased up, but that should be definitely good enough. And then we're gonna go over here, put it on. This one obviously came off pretty smooth before, so we should be good. And I checked the torque spec. It's actually anywhere from 150 to 202 is what people are saying on the forums. So I'm gonna kind of blow it down with this impact. It should be good. I know on other cars, you definitely don't wanna do that. I think on my FD, it's only like 70 or something, but this should be good. About good, Jason?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
About good? Okay.
Then if you need to, you could just throw a zip tie in there.
Yeah, throw a zip tie in there. I'm just gonna do another flip just to be safe. Just a little. Okay, we're good. Good. So this side, the whole axle is done. I'm probably just gonna do a time lapse of the other side. You can't really see too well over there anyway since it's against the wall. But yeah, so I'll see you when the car's on its way down.
Noah, catch it. Oh, fuck.
That's why I said I wasn't gonna catch it, because you can't even throw.
There you go, you caught it. You just said you weren't gonna catch it. You said you weren't even gonna catch it, you caught it.
He stopped playing baseball.
It's in your hand.
Jason,
it's in your hand.
I caught it. Jason used to play baseball. He stopped for a reason, obviously. Got that axle nut on, axle's in, everything's all tightened. Same thing with that side you guys already saw, ready to go. We're gonna lower the car just a little bit just so we can get the wheels on, go drive it around. Hopefully everything's good, there's no weird noises or anything, and I'm pretty stoked. I hope it's better. Hopefully it makes a difference. Also, one thing I saw, this exhaust right there, all, let's bring it back, let's bring it back. Oh, yep, pretty bad. Everything is kind of scraped, destroyed, stock.
It's all stock.
It's all stock, it's all stock.
Your wide pipe stock, your cats are stock, all you got is a wide pipe back exhaust.
Wide pipe back, you
Wide
dig?
pipe back here.
So, I need a new exhaust for this thing. If you guys know of any good exhaust, make sure you leave it down in the description below.
Is that a tome, dog?
Description, why did I say description?
Put it.
Yeah, I totally meant comments.
Tell them to get a tome. Get a
No,
tome,
I'm not
dog.
gonna say it like that.
Get a
Just-
tome, dog. Get a tome, dog.
So the car is now good to go. I didn't put the side skirts on yet because I just want to make sure when we go drive around right now that everything's solid so I don't have to take them back off. It should be good. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. If I hear the same creaking that I thought was the axle, I'll tell you straight up and then we'll go from there. But I know that on Jason's car, he said that he has a creak that he can't get rid of. It's kind of just a Z thing. We'll see when we go drive around right now though. I'm super stoked to see and hopefully there's a little bit less play. So I guess we'll see. So far just pulling out of the shop, it's definitely, I think, been a difference. We're gonna test it right now though. I don't hear any of the same noises that I heard before. Let's see. Yo. It was worth the money, guys. Another U-turn. It's so good. It's so good. I'm so happy. Now I don't feel as sketch driving this thing around as like a daily driver anymore, you know what I mean?
No, for
like,
sure.
It's definitely gonna be like...
Imagine if your axle blew up like while you're on the freeway, that would have sucked so bad.
And that's honestly where it probably would have happened since this is the daily.
Yeah.
Dude, if I had a lower car, that would have been so bad.
Yeah, that pothole.
I just went through a pothole. As you guys have seen, my car isn't the lowest. So I would have been real bummed right now.
Dude, check out the race cars.
Oh, but then
check out the race cars.
Oh, there's the FD right there. There we go. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am genuinely stoked on how good those axles actually worked. I didn't think that it was gonna make that big of a difference. Jason told me that it was still gonna squeak probably, but it literally, it's perfect now and I'm really, really excited for it. I think we're gonna mess around with this door panel now, try and find some nuts just so it doesn't rattle and probably put the door panel back on and that'll probably be it for the rest of today. But I'm gonna try and get some coilovers soon. These are, they're Racelands? Yeah, these are Raceland coilovers. They are maxed out and they're still really high. I'd have to kind of drill the coilover to make it go lower. So instead of doing that, I think I might just buy some PBM ones. Not really sure yet. Obviously, I'll keep you guys updated. Or if anybody has any other suggestions on what kind of suspension I should use, make sure you leave it down in the comments below. All right, so Jason's tightening down those bolts right now. Where was the other one at?
Right here.
I called it a bolt again.
It's a nut, dude.
It's a nut. So this nut right here, and then that one over there that he was tightening, that was for the whole window? Or
Yeah,
the window
it's
motor?
like the whole, no, it's the whole bracket for the window underneath. So since it was loose, your actual window was loose too. So
you're surprised that nothing broke.
I'm surprised the window still worked going up and down. It's kind of sad.
I was still able to roll it up and down perfectly fine. I did it every day. So definitely stoked that Jason found the problem with that. It's kind of nice having him come help me with my car since he's had a Z for so long. As you guys know, Zach has had a Z forever. So getting one of these cars, it's no big deal doing stuff because everybody kind of already knows what to do on them. But super stoked. So that means that we have the window motor or the window bracket, that's all tight, that's fixed.
That was all rattling and stuff when we were driving here on the freeway.
Super annoying.
Yeah.
And then we fixed the door so the door opens and everything now. And we fixed the squeaking and put new axles. Today's definitely been a productive day.
Oh, for sure. Your car is way more solid now than it was when we started.
I'm big stoked. Driving around on the freeway, street drifting, going to the track, I'm just gonna have a lot more peace of mind in my head. Car's on the ground now, side skirts are all good. These fenders are black and these are white. Kind of bums me out because this looks a little bit crappy, but eventually the whole car is gonna be gloss black and it's gonna look super good. We need to clean up the shop a little bit. Pull the FD in, which yes, I do want to drive that thing really bad. Hopefully soon, I don't know, maybe a little cruise around the block. Might film a little video on that, we'll see. But if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.